All right, so this is, we were talking about stay strong, spirit, body, and mind, and this video is about the body. And so, you know, this channel, physical fitness, health, athletics, so we're going to focus on the body. We're going to focus on, you know, what does it mean to be you know, physically fit, healthy, athletic, and well, there's a lot. I'm just going to throw in 3 things that I like to think of because I like to keep things simple in my mind, at least to start. And that's diet, rest, and exercise. So diet, you know, they say you are what you eat, and to keep it simple, you know, I've often said, you know, have you ever seen an overweight plant? You know, and I guess I kind of say that as a little joke, but the reason I say that is because from most of the things that that I guess that I believe is that greens, right, should be a major staple. And kind of the main component of a diet. And so for me, you know, maybe it's, you know, I like to keep things simple and I like to eat food. So, you know, it might be as simple as, you know, trying to make, say, a kale and fruit shake, you know, maybe having one of those a day or 2 a day. You know, it might be different for you. But, you know, sure, you can create a big diet plan, but I have found that, you know, kale as a superfood and something that I like to put in a shake. It's easy to make, and, you know, you can gulp it down and, you know, have some, you know, multivitamin or omega-3 or, you know, whatever it is, some supplements. But awesome. And then finally with diet, you know, obviously a well-balanced diet, protein, carbohydrates. Okay, so that's diet. Then we've got rest. Rest is vitally important. And I put that second because it's actually, and many of us don't realize this, but it's not when we exercise that we're actually getting stronger. No, when we exercise, we're actually breaking down our muscle. So it's actually at the time during our rest. So our rest is actually the recovery period that is most important. And so if you want to see gains in whatever you're doing, make sure that you are very aware of your rest and your rest cycle. And I think that rest is all around. It's on, you know, the spirit, the body, and the mind. And I think that, you know, time to just rest and be with each one of those components. Let them relax, let them calm. You know, so that includes maybe sleep, maybe meditation, maybe prayer, maybe listening to music. I mean, there's a variety of different things. Okay, so we've got diet, we've got rest, and exercise. So I actually put exercise last year, not because I don't think it's important. I actually think exercise is fun and it's important. But what's interesting to me is depending on what our goals are, right? I mean, you know, if our goals are to be, say, you know, we just want to be in shape, or we want to lose a little weight, or, you know, reduce our body fat, or we want to become, you know, an endurance athlete, or we want to be, you know, a strength athlete, you know, I think how we exercise is going to be different. You know, obviously it's going to impact, you know, other areas, but to keep it simple, if we're building muscle, right, we've got muscles, we've got joints, we want to keep them all healthy. And so if we're building muscle, you know, we've got strength, we've got flexibility. And I'm just going to mention here on the strength piece, you know, I was an endurance athlete. You know, I love to run, but we also would do, you know, very, you know, as a long distance runner, we do, you know, kind of short interval training. And now what I realize is, and I'll just throw out the term there, high intensity interval training you can actually get, in some ways, a more beneficial workout in so much less time, but that, and I'm going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, it's high intensity. High intensity. I'm going to say it one more time because high intensity. It's important to realize that high intensity interval training, yeah, you might only need, a handful of minutes, but it's really about the intensity of the work that you're putting in. So, if you're doing cardio, that means, spiking the heart rate to the level that, that you're desiring. It's really taxing. You don't have to do it long, but you got to get it up there, and you're not going to do it, just, you're probably not going to get there just, going through the normal motions of the day. Most people aren't walking around with, our hearts aren't beating like when we're doing intense exercise. And if we're doing muscle training for strength, a lot of the things I've seen high intensity as well. One thing that's really caught my eye is, well, how many reps or, sets should you do? One very compelling argument that I've seen is, it's actually, it's a little counterintuitive, but perhaps the less sets and reps you do, the better. However, you got to do, you at least got to do one. You got to do one, you got to do something, right? But the key is to do it to failure, to literally do it to the point where you're recruiting and taxing your muscles, where you're recruiting every single fiber possible, and then your body says, whoa, I can't do this anymore. This is my limit. And then, all right, and then what? And then stop, and then give your body the time that it needs to recover, because again, it's about the recovery period. And I've been shocked. I think recovery period can actually be a lot longer than than we might expect too. So all right, so that was a little bit of a piece on exercise. I focused on the high intensity interval training and tons of benefits, just all around. And when I like to think about training, I like to think about the three systems: the muscular system, and then the cardio and the cardiovascular system. So our heart, right, the circulatory system, and our lungs, breathing. And it's these three. There's different terms that we can throw in. Like max heart rate, or if we're talking about lung capacity, there's a term out there, VO2 max. I'm not going to get into that here, but and on the muscle side, there's things like lactate threshold. Anyways, we can discuss those maybe more. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't even, I'm learning a lot as I go. So I will try my best, and if there's resources out there that I can kind of direct folks to, I would love to. So that's it. Again, this was on, so we were focusing on spirit, body, and mind. This was on the body. Just to summarize, three main components the way I see it: diet, rest, and exercise. So the body, diet, rest, and exercise. Keep it simple, keep it fun. Stay strong. There you go. Stay strong. Spirit, body, mind.